Rob, Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course, who bowed out in the first round against the Miami Heat. He sent out a tweet today, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. It's pretty incendiary. I mean, it's not a negative thing, but it just leaves it leads your imagination to run wild. Rob G, explain to us what's going on.
Well, there's a lot going on and not a lot of words, because it's a photograph of Giannis on his official Twitter account of him sitting on the bench staring deeply into the whatever, and the caption reads, "I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm coming."
Now, is there speculation out there that he's talking about the all defensive teams not being on it? Because, those were released today.
Yeah, that's one of them, only because of the timing of it. Other than that,
his teammates, Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez,
are both on it.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, what else could the timing of it makes total sense.
And he didn't make first or second. What is there? There's other speculation out there, Rob G?
No, just because most of the commentary seems to be, well, who's disrespected Giannis?
Well, that's my thing. And I got to be honest. Look, you got your two teammates on first team all defense. I get it. If it's about that, Rob, I don't know. That's not a good look to release that. Because it's hard to believe you're going to put three players from one team on a 10-man all defensive team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it could be construed, and I don't think Giannis is this type of guy, but it can be construed this way, that it's a shot at one of his teammates.
Like, how are they on it and I'm not there? Right.
Like, I'm the best defender on the team and I don't get on here. Like, I just think that's not a good look. But maybe, Rob, I mean, like you said, the timing is hard not to think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks the natural. Like, this came out of, it like would be out of left field. It would be one thing if those announcements weren't made. Then you would be like, what is this? What disrespect? What are you talking about?
Right.
Then it would really be up for conversation. But I think this is pretty obvious.
And look, I think it might be a combination, Rob. It might be, Embiid's MVP. I don't even finish second. I'm third. I don't make all defense. And I'm tired of the disrespect. And here's what I like Giannis a lot as a player. And I like Rob the way he carries himself, handles himself, all that. But this doesn't look right when you just got bounced in the first round of the playoffs by the 8th seed. And
why are you worried about that?
Game,
why are you worried about that?
You missed 13 free throws. And to be honest, Rob, people gave him somewhat of a pass. Don't you think? I mean, he hasn't been crushed for that. Even when he made his statement about no failure in sports, which
he got
it was
pushed
nice
back.
and all that, but he got a little pushback, but it wasn't like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I don't think he got crushed. So I think what people were saying is, oh, it was great. It was sentimental. What a perspective. He's such a great guy. He is a great guy. But that's my point. I don't think, Rob, people really disrespected him. And so I'm like, if you're upset that you didn't get the MVP, if you're upset that you didn't get all defense, then this is not the time to say it. Because y'all had the best defensive team in the league. And Miami with one of the worst offenses in the league ran roughshod over y'all. And then now's not the time to be talking about how you all defense. When Jimmy Butler was putting 56 and 42 on y'all and averaging 38 points a game in the series, and you didn't guard him. You can blame it on Mike Budenholzer, whatever. You didn't do it.
And the sad part is there was only one guy who could kill them, and it was Jimmy Butler. and they still couldn't stop him. Like that. That's the indictment. It ain't like pick your poison, Chris. We get it. If you got 2 or 3 guys and you're like, well, who do we leave open? We're going to get killed. That wasn't it. There was only one guy who could do the kind of damage that was done to them, and they still had no answer for Jimmy Butler. That's the shame.
Rob, the Miami Heat, and remember, Tyler Hero was hurt. Tyler Hero is their second leading scorer. And he was hurt. Third leading scorer. Third leading scorer, best three-point shooter. Right. He was hurt. He averaged 20 a game. They averaged 109 points in the regular season, Rob. Dead last. Guess how many points a game they averaged against Milwaukee in the playoffs?
How many?
124.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, Giannis, now's not really the time to be talking about this being disrespected. You know who disrespected you? The Heat.
That's who you should be mad at.
Right. Send your tweet to the Heat. Send your tweet to Jimmy Butler. Send your tweet to Bam Adebayo. Eric
to Pat
Spoelstra.
Riley.
Right. Because the fans and the media, for the most part, haven't disrespected you. Now, all that said, Rob, I will say this. If I'm working for the Bucks, I like it. I like my best player saying, I'm coming. I'm fed up. Because hopefully, as great as Giannis is, I want to try to put this kindly, he can't shoot. And it ain't just free throws. Giannis needs to get back in the lab. He may very well be, it's arguable, right? He may very well be the best player in the world, which is saying a lot because he really can't shoot. He shot 27% from 3 this year, 64% from the free throw line. That tells you how great he is at everything else. If he gets in the lab and works on that, I don't forget the 3, man. Work on the mid-range. Rob, if he just has a mid-range jumper, 70% as good as Joel Embiid, he will go to an entirely new level, and I don't know how you'll stop him.
But everybody feels compelled to take threes, and that's a mistake because wouldn't you rather take a 2 from Giannis than Absolutely. A chance at 27% from 3? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me.
And he only shoots 2.5 a game. I mean, he has shot more a few years ago. He shot 4.5 a game.
So he's cut down good.
2 previous years, right, it was 3.5 a game.
But he cut down, and it's worse, the shooting percentage, though.
Right. It's gotten worse. But I'm with you, Rob. Like, look, as big as you're not going to stop him from getting in the mid-range. You got other guys that can shoot the 3. I just would like to, if he just has and I know this isn't a revelation because people have been saying it for years, right? That's how you can stop him, build a wall. But if you get a 15, 17-footer, you make more than you miss or close to more than you miss out from that range. That's what I want to see Giannis do. So I'm not mad at Giannis, Rob. I like it. But just come back with something added to your game. Again, don't want to sound like the old man, get off my lawn. But a lot of the old school cats, Magic, Bird, I won't even mention Michael. They used to talk about every year, every offseason, I want to add something. You know? Add a new wrinkle.
Well, I mean, you should always be trying to progress your game no matter what. I don't care what you're doing. That makes the most sense. Because you're never the finished product. I don't care how good you are or how great you are. There's always something that you can just tweak or get better at. And Giannis should be doing that. Instead of worrying about, but that's like, again, that's just he's just living in the world we live in now, where you got to put everything out or make a statement about everything instead of just getting the work done. Sometimes you don't need to comment. What is there to congratulate your two teammates and call it a day and go count your money $10 at a time. How's that? That'll keep you busy.
How about $100?
I was gonna say $10 at a time. It'll be 4 years before he comes out of his house.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did this, Rob. Just because, as we said, it just could look bad. It looks like you might be disrespecting your teammates. That's what I'm kind of looking at. And I'm sure he's still angry and still salty, about losing that series. But you just got to be careful what you put out there. But hopefully it leads to us seeing a better Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right.